Welcome to the Boat Galley Podcast. I'm Carolyn Shearlock, here with tips, reviews, and how-tos for your cruising adventure. The Boat Galley Podcast is sponsored by FastSeas.com. Plan your next passage using FastSeas.com. Whether you're after speed or comfort, FastSeas will find the optimum route to your destination. FastSeas, making weather routing simple.
Slow down, slow down.
You found a boat you want to buy. How exactly does the transaction work? Buying a boat is similar to buying a house. You make an offer and come to terms with the seller. If there's a lender involved, you give them the documents they need. You'll probably have a survey done. That's kind of like a home inspection. You get the insurance set to go, and finally, there's the closing. Now for specifics. If there's a broker, they'll have offer forms. If you're doing it yourself, you can find forms online and fill them out. But beware that it is a binding agreement for a substantial sum of money. A documentation service can help you with the forms and answer any questions if you don't have a broker. Be sure to put any contingencies, such as subject to survey or financing, in the offer. If there's a lender involved, they'll dictate the next steps. Lenders almost always require a survey and comprehensive insurance. Insurance companies also have their own survey requirements. A survey is a detailed inspection of the boat, both in and out of the water. Everything gets tested, and the surveyor writes a report on the condition of the boat, whether there are any major safety problems, and gives an appraisal of the value. The lender and insurance company usually specify that the surveyor have certain professional qualifications or accreditations, but you get to choose the actual surveyor. Get several recommendations for a surveyor and make sure he or she has experience with the type of boat you're buying. No surveyor can know every type of boat and the typical systems found on them. Some surveyors specialize in blue water boats, others in catamarans, trawlers, or even certain brands of boats. Owners groups and regional boating groups can generally point you in the right direction, as certain names will start popping up again and again. You can also opt for engine and rigging surveys by specialists. If the survey turns up any major problems, you may be able to renegotiate the price, or you may even decide to walk away. Both the lender and insurance company may require certain work to be done before the closing, based on the results of the survey. If there are no lender or insurance requirements, the decision whether or not to have a survey is up to you. Now, don't expect a surveyor to catch every possible problem on a boat. And occasionally they may identify a problem that turns out not to be. Depending on the sum of money involved and your own knowledge of a boat's construction and systems, you may decide to forego a professional survey. If so, a really good reference book is Don Casey's Inspecting the Aging Sailboat. Lenders sometimes handle the closing themselves, but more often they'll utilize a vessel documentation service to handle the paperwork. Most brokers also prefer to work with a documentation service, and it's particularly good if the buyer and seller live in different locations. If there's no broker or lender involved, you can handle the closing yourself, but it can be tricky, particularly if the vessel is documented with the Coast Guard. Hiring a documentation service can be money well spent to make sure everything is done correctly in order to transfer title to you. They'll check the records to make sure the seller really does own the boat, that there are no outstanding liens, and they'll also handle the money and the paperwork. All you do is sign and wire the money. Congratulations! You own a boat. Now what? Until next time.
Thanks for listening. If you like the show, please be sure to subscribe in your podcast app. Just search for the Boat Galley Podcast. And reviews are always appreciated. Until next time, then.
Slow down, slow